All right. Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. St. Kramer, we got Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly. What is up, guys?
What it do, guys?
Yeah.
So just realized my collar was a little messed up.
It didn't look bad.
This is the way.
Very nice. What is he holding?
Very nice.
Oh, just his armor. Ball.
He has his armor on too.
Underneath.
With armor.
Nice. His little chain mail.
That's gonna be part of our giveaway. I'm gonna do that. I'm giving that away. That's part of it.
Hi, humans. What Derpy. Is up, Derpy? And I was wondering if there's a show. Yeah, man, it's one of those days. So we're probably just gonna jump right into it. But here we go. It was started off. Mando was pretty decent, but still absolutely nothing explain what the season motive is about. So it's about the Mandalorian.
This episode blew my mind. I was like,
I love this episode. People are
oh man, I love this one. Oh man, I thought it was so great. Great.
Perp minded. He was like, "This is trash." Anzo, Big Ford Entertainment. Yeah. He's like, "This is trash. This whole season's trash." I was like, "What?" I was so happy with this episode. But
literally, I thought this was the best episode. And literally, here's me watching it was like this. That was me like this running across the screen. That's why I thought I was like, I couldn't believe it. This was amazing.
It's going places I didn't expect, but I like.
Yeah. I think this was probably my favorite episode of this season so far. And to think we've had like a consistent roster of directors for the Mandalorian as a whole. This was Pete Ramsey who directed Into the Spider-Verse. He's Rise of the Guardians, a bunch of animated stuff. And
really? I didn't know he did Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, like he I thought he killed it for his first outing in the Mandalorian. Like
it was important. It was important. Like
this, a lot of big things happened.
It's literally setting up this whole. We were all wondering like, how's it going to be a civil war? This doesn't make any sense, and they put it all out there for you. I don't know if people missed it, but they put it all out there. You know exactly what's going to happen. You understand what Moff Gideon. You understand how there's going to be two different tribes, people working for each other. But how Bo-Katan's going to bring one sector together, and then there's going to be another sector working with Moff Gideon, and how that's going to be nuts. And we're going to have the civil war that we were talking about. I loved it. I thought this was so great.
Yeah. I mean, the whole ending was like awesome. But that was just a setup to everything else. Like, so now it seems like there's two kind of storylines going on. There's the Moff Gideon thing that like, oh, he never went to trial. So like, what's going on with that? And then there's the whole
by who?
Saved or kidnapped? Yeah, you think it's saving?
I think he's saved. Because I think that he's going to help lead the other group, and that's why it's going to be a civil war within Mandalorians.
Yeah. So that's a theory. The what are they called? The Imperial, basically like they're Imperial Mandalorians. They showed up in I believe Rebels. I believe they showed up in Rebels.
Yep.
They're pretty cool looking, but they were like very nice and neat kind of Mandalorians. They didn't have like rags and shit on them. So there's those, but there's a lot of people talking too about, well, pretty much every Mandalorian wants that MF dead. Like he's like, oh, he helped destroy the world. Everyone with a helmet wants him dead.
Destroy the planet. He's done everything. He destroyed their hiding place. Like everything. He took the Darksaber. Like but there's a big theory. That's probably the biggest one, like what you said, Brian. But the next biggest one is somehow was it Sabine and Ahsoka that kidnapped him because they need him to find Grand Admiral Thrawn to find Ezra. Thrawn. So now, because what else did we get this episode? We got Zeb. I lost my effing mind
we did.
when I saw Zeb. I was, and it looked so good.
It did.
It looked so good. I got a picture.
Yeah.
I got a picture. It looks so good. At first, I'm like, oh, cool. They bring in a Zeb creature. They start talking. I'm like, hold up. And I'm like, that's Zeb. And then in the credits, it says Zeb or whatever his name is. And I was like, psyched. I was like, oh my god.
You want the picture?
I love Rebels. Oh, there we go. So
yeah.
There it is.
Oh man, that's cool. So we got Zeb, we got Chopper. Kind of, if you blink, you miss it, and it also couldn't be Chopper, but it does kind of look like him in the Mandalorian. You see him in what's her name's little base on Tatooine. This is a leaked photo from the Ahsoka show. This is the back of Hera, whatever. And then there's this, which is like an unofficial thing, but it was at like a D23 or something like that. I don't think that's the actual actress. I could be wrong. I'm not sure, but that's supposed to be Sabine looking at the painting like how she was at the end of Rebels.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But
I went on Chill's show and I told everybody Sabine was going to be in it, right? I said specifically Sabine is going to be in this, and they all said, "No, we don't need Sabine." I was like, "Y'all are wrong. Not only do we need her,
it's about the Mandalorians." What are you
exactly?
Yeah,
it's like she has a whole crew of Mandalorians. Why the hell would we not bring her in? That makes no sense, guys.
Well, I don't know if does she have the crew of Mandalorians still? Because I know she was with a crew. I know her family's important, the Wrens. But yeah, well, because she had left and went to go. Her and Ahsoka, like that's how the season ended, or that series ended. Was her and Ahsoka went to go look for Ezra. It was just them two, and then we met Ahsoka last season.
It could even be that that they bring her family because now Bo-Katan's gonna go to all the. She's gonna do her big Jake from Avatar and go to all the clans and try to bring them all home to Mandalore.
Yeah,
but that was awesome. Even seeing the armorer change her idea, change her stripes, and tell everybody, no, this is the way, and they all just say, "All right, we're gonna listen to you." I thought that was pretty stupid. Like, okay, she can do whatever she wants. He's like, we're going to follow the law exactly to our code, and then they're like, no, except her. We're going to allow her to be a daywalker and be able to do whatever she wants and be part of our stuff. I thought that was awesome.
I mean, it makes sense. So that's a lot of people, I think on Twitter, some of the people in our kind of community, I guess, circle, Perp was like, it doesn't make any sense. Like what's his name? Mando, I would call him man, but Din had to do all this shit to get, baptized again, but then like what's her name is like, oh no, you take off your helmet and do the shit. But I was like, but they're different.
She's different.
Like he's a foundling. Yeah.
She was a leader. Her family is like the most important. Her family ran Mandalore. She's like the most important of all the people that are around there. So her bringing
legit royal blood
in, she's going to be able to bring everyone in. Everyone's going to be like, wow, this is I will follow her because she's the queen. She's the princess. She was it. And she not and she talked about the what's the thing called the Rancor, not the Rancor, the Mythosaur. And now she believes like, okay, you've seen the Mythosaur, you have the royal blood, you've been on this planet before. People are going to follow you, and you can unite all of us, and we'll be a great people again.
Yeah. So I got some theories about that. But before Brandon, I know me and Brian started kind of going off nerding out.
No, it's cool. No, this episode was amazing. I really, really liked this one. I was kind of hearing some things from my other friends about how much they enjoyed it. So I kind of went in with some high expectations, and the episode didn't fail me. I really liked this one. I'm always hooked in when it comes to the Mandalorian anyway, but this one just legit had me glued to this, just all up in the screens business, all up in the screen shit. Man, this one was it really contained a lot of stuff that I've always liked about Mandalorian. And I'm really liking how, what's the word I'm looking for? When it comes to this season, and the particular story that they're going. Like, it's very. I kind of like how it's a little more centralized and contained. It's almost a smaller story. It's still like the normal Mandalorian scale, but it's kind of a more centralized story, which I kind of appreciate. At least that's how I look at it. Yeah, this episode was dope. It really yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. What did you guys think about the armorer calling her the Great Forge? So the armorer always worked in a great forge when she was building everyone's armor, right? And she used that thing to build her people, her cult, whatever her sector, whatever.
Yeah.
And now she's calling Bo-Katan the great the same thing. Basically, is she using Bo-Katan to get what she wants because he's calling her forge again? She's using her just like she uses the forge, like as a tool.
See, it's exactly what I was gonna get into. It's like, I don't trust her. I don't trust her, man. Like, it's right on her helmet. She has horns. She's not a good guy. She's not a good guy. Like, I might be wrong. I don't know, but that is the hill I'm gonna fight on. I don't think she's a good guy. Even there's a great, and I thought this episode has some great shots. And one of the coolest shots was when they're back in the old school underground forge area from season 1, and the armorer and Bo are kind of looking at each other, and there's this one ray of light, and the armorer is in the shadow, but Bo's in the light.
Yeah.
You know, and it has so many different meanings. Like, could it mean like that the armorer is going to control her from the shadows, or are they just that different of on different sides kind of thing? You know, I mean, like, sorry, I thought I had the volume up a little bit. So yeah, it was just like, I don't know what her, because I don't trust her.
What is the contrast they're showing? I don't know.
Also, is she afraid? I also was like, what I was thinking too is like, is she afraid? She goes, oh shit, I got this power couple over here. Everyone loves Din with his little baby, Jedi. Bo's got royal blood in her. Like, even
the dark saber.
The Vizsla dude, when you think he's gonna stand up, he goes, no, F this stuff, we're not gonna do this.
Because we're Mandalorians.
He backed him, and I think the armorer was like, I might be losing control of this situation here. Let me split up the power couple a little bit. And if she sends Mando on some random fucking mission, and I'm like, see, she's splitting them up, because I felt Bo was too submissive,
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know if that's just a thing she's doing, or if she's actually like maybe, hey, I have to be respectful because this is your group and I'm part of it, even though technically she's
it almost feels like a combination of the two to me. Like, if she's kind of being submissive and just kind of honoring this her wishes, but even with that, I kind of feel like there's some kind of ulterior motive or alternate motive of Bo-Katan's.
Yeah,
just like Xavier said, I feel like the armorer has an agenda, just like Bo-Katan has an agenda. So many angles being played in this show. Exactly how I feel.
Yes,
but here's something I'm wondering about: is Bo-Katan falling for Din? Is she falling into that trap with seeing Grogu as like the child, like her founding? Is she falling into that? And then that's what's kind of allowing her to go ahead and be more submissive, because she really does have that feeling.
Yeah. For Din, like she's more or less following Din rather than following the clan.
She's following him and respecting him. It's like a wife doesn't necessarily like her in-laws, but she's going to follow her husband. And do whatever it takes to, I felt that a little bit. I was like, oh man, maybe she's just doing it because out of respect for him. And that could be, and Bo-Katan could be blinded about what her first agenda was, and maybe she's reminded when she's going to out to these other colonies and trying to bring people back.
I don't know. I wonder. I don't know where they're going to go going forward. Are they going to still continue to follow Bo as much as they did the last couple episodes, or do they go a different route and start following somebody else, or do they go back to following Din? Because I mean, because right now, like, Bo's going out and doing her own thing. So do you follow her? And this is the Mandalorian of the season. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Is she going to do her own thing? Or is the armorer going with her? And then the armorer whispers in the ear. What she whispers in the ear says, everyone's going to follow you, but you'll go a lot better if you had the Darksaber.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great question. I think
between her and Din.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of looking at this episode because it seems like it's kind of the focus has definitely gravitated, obviously, from the Mandalorian to Bo-Katan. I kind of feel like I'm kind of starting to feel like they're going to keep that off. It's just going to they're gonna focus on her, and this is going to be a big arc for her, and they're going to keep it up with the Mandalorian just kind of being eased to the backdrop, for lack of a better term, which I'm actually okay with. I think it's kind of a bold move to kind of give time to shine to these other characters. I kind of think that's a cool idea.
Yeah. What about the fact that so now they're going to make their new home in Coruscant? They're going to do Coruscant and Mandalore. How are they going to do that? Are they going to build?
No, that's not Coruscant. What the hell is it called?
Oh, where's the place? Oh, because they said it so many times in the damn episode.
Yeah, I know. I'm having a brain fart. But yeah, it's another sand planet. So
they talk about it all the time, and he's like, "I need help at this place. It's a small planet. Blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
Navarro? Oh no.
No. Yeah.
Is it Navarro? Navarro. Yeah.
Navarro.
You're right.
Okay. And then people saying because it's like but the fact that how are they going to stay in Navarro and go to Mandalore, or are they going to stay in Navarro until they get their numbers and then everyone goes to Mandalore?
I think they need to find a way to fix Mandalore because right now it's all crystal or crystallized at least. So
all they had to do is fix the atmosphere, right?
Something like that. I mean, I think that's going to be one of the ultimate game changers, or one of the ultimate like missions of the whole entire show is like they have to fix the planet, or they don't. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe
they lived in shadows and caves for years, So maybe they just make it great from where it is and actually going through all the storms and all that stuff actually helps them stay hidden for longer. But they like to be hidden, and be hidden right in plain sight.
Yeah. I don't know. That's gonna be kind of interesting with that. But yeah. So before I want to get into Moff Gideon a little bit more, but we got a bunch of cameos this episode. Yeah. So they're at the bar, and so we saw these three guys: Dave Filoni, Deborah Chow, and Rick. How do you pronounce this? Fumio? How do I pronounce his name?
Yeah,
it's like F-A-M. Femua. Yeah, there you go. That's somebody. So they're all directed. Obviously Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni. But yeah, all these have been directors. And then they show in this episode, which is awesome. And it's kind of like where the fighter pilots go and hang out as like a. Like the pilot bar type of thing, which is pretty cool. So I see Filoni with his freaking cowboy hat.
His hat. That's how
Rick and Deborah. Yeah, his hat. It was a dead giveaway. I saw that. I'm like, is that Filoni? I was like, oh yeah. But
he said,
so that was kind of a good, a good one. And then another one I saw that was pretty funny was like that's how you make animation look live action, because these are both animated characters turned into live action. One looks awesome, the other one looks so stupid. So obviously Zeb is freaking awesome. I loved it. But yeah,
were you happy that they've kind of gone away from Are you happy that they've gone away from Grogu as a focus? I mean, obviously, Moff Gideon being married, Grogu is going to become a focus again because he's hunting Grogu down. But are you happy that this whole episode really Grogu was just there for the ride? He was just like,
yeah. You know, that's a great question.
Talk about cloning, but yeah, it's. I think we got enough with his backstory or his Order 66
episode,
being saved, for a while, and then I think it's gonna stay under the radar, and then right at the end of the season, it's gonna be like, oh, bam, hey, don't forget, they were trying to clone him and stuff like that. Like he was very, very important. So, but I don't know. I can see it setting up like the next season. Oh, I hear this is what I was talking about. I thought this was great because the entire time she stays in the shadows, but Bo is like in the light. I mean, it's something you really don't catch, but if you studied any kind of like film or stuff like that, you get the metaphors and representation about it. Yeah. But it could go different ways. We don't know yet. But I thought this was great. This whole episode I thought was great. With the pirate ship up in the sky, it looked so good. God. It looked really good.
So good.
And
the way the Mandalorians came out, they're like, they outnumber you 10-1. He's like, I like that. I like those odds. It's just, seeing all of them fight, that was just so
but
good.
even though it started so dark, like the pirates just like started shooting, and I was like, damn, like that's pretty messed up, man. It's all innocent people.
We're just gonna kill anyone who's there.
Being killed.
Or murder anyone's there.
Yeah. So, but yeah. I'm trying to see what else we got.
I mean, we saw the rebels. Yeah. Well, what about we talked about the what's his name? The guy who came and told the Mandalorians. What's his name again?
What was his name?
The pilot, the New Republic pilot, the officer.
Yeah, the one who was suspicious, like mad suspicious of what's her face.
Yep. For good reason.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, very good reason.
And then I'm like, why are you talking? I'm talking right now. Why are you over here talking? Who are you?
Dude, that's what I was saying. It's like, go sit back down.
Just shut up.
Nice to see Tim Meadows pop up too, huh?
Yes. Why are you picking up? Why are you making these decisions? Black people in middle management in the empire, the New Republic. So, I'm so busy. Oh God.
Yeah, but I like it, and it was so like I went online and saw, and how many people were like, "Oh, this show sucks. This show sucks." I was like, "What?" Like, "Oh, it's supposed to be about the Mandalorian." I was like, "What?" Like, if anybody's the Mandalorian, it's definitely not Din. You know what I mean? Maybe at the start, but I was like, "There's other Mandalorians that know more about being a Mandalorian." Obviously,
yeah, but it might end up being Din still. I don't know.
I mean, to me, it was never Din. It was always Grogu. But I'll argue that. So Xavier said, I'd argue that Grogu shouldn't have been in this season period. So I'm happy for the focus has shifted off him for now. He really wasn't.
But that's probably part of the thing. That's why we don't focus on him anymore, because he's not supposed to be there. He's literally not supposed to be there. Like,
yeah, he's supposed to be with Luke doing Jedi shit,
learning how to be a Jedi. Exactly.
Yeah. He was not. He was just not supposed to. I mean, literally, Jon Favreau almost. The rumor is he almost walked away from this whole thing. Because Catherine Kennedy and Disney came and like changed his story and somebody else's story, which is a stupid idea anyway.
Yeah, which is a shame because like what Favreau's been doing has worked. It's really, really worked. I'm not sure why Kathleen Kennedy wants to come in and just dive bomb everything.
Because of toy sales.
Yeah, like she's I'm kind of going as far as to say she's kind of ultimately the real villain of this new wave of Star Wars content. Like
she's the ultimate one.
Yeah, Favreau was really a breath of fresh air. Like, I love what he's been doing with the Mandalorian. It's a very simple concept. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Like Tony Stark says at the beginning of Iron Man 2, when he's in the Supreme Court or whatever, it's working.
Yeah.
What
you think about IG-11 that he's still torn down and like he's sitting there like they haven't fixed him yet?
Yeah, I don't know if they were gonna do something with it and they're like, screw it.
It just looked like ruins. Like it'll just look like whatever. Like just falling apart.
I'm cool with it. Like
we'll get to that later.
Like whatever. But then you got the big ending. The one I want to talk about is we talked about it a little bit, but the whole Moff Gideon kind of thing. The episode that everyone hated. But at the very least, it told us like, hey, Moff Gideon is still in charge.
Couldn't you have done that in 15 minutes?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could have. I mean, you could have, but then I think all that's gonna play still a bigger role. Like why she had to kill that doctor or that clone, doctor, and stuff like that. Like it was like,
I'll die on this hill. There was no reason for it to be 25 minutes long in the middle of a damn episode. It didn't mean that much. It really didn't. I was like, all right.
It could have. That I'll agree. It could have been a little bit shorter, but
like no one cares.
I don't hate it by any means.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it enough for both of us.
But so Moff Gideon still around. They obviously said it in this episode with the pilot guy coming and asking for help, and he's like, oh yeah, well, Moff Gideon's still around, and he knew right away. He saw her little badge, and he's like, oh, I know who you are, So, and I was like, so that whole interaction was like you said, like you want to stand up and like, why are you here? Like, go sit back down and do your damn job. Like, you were asking about an order, like coffee. He said no. Get the hell out of here. This has nothing to do with you.
I'm having a conversation. You're not a lieutenant. How about you get the hell out? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. I thought that was like a little silly, but.
Here's my question. So, would you be surprised if next week we get there and we find out the Beskar was planted?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to be surprised at all.
No, I wouldn't.
My initial thought. Yeah, that was my initial because it's Beskar. The shit just doesn't like chip off. It's supposed to be like this indestructible armor. So like what? Like right? Like,
I agree.
So
that's my first thought was that it chipped off or that it was planted. Like they had Beskar and they planted it there, so it looks like they broke him out. And then my second thought was, what if it's a rival Mandalorian, cult, whatever, and they're using him as from the Empire. They're breaking him out, and they're going to use him to do, to take over Mandalore again. So now once we get to Mandalore, there's two factions fighting for Mandalore, and we do get a civil war. Or you just get a trade war. Because they just want to kill Moff Gideon because Moff Gideon comes back to their planet.
Yeah,
could be that too. Could be that simple.
Yeah, I mean it can go a bunch of different rounds. Maybe what if the I would say what if the armorer sent people, but they don't have any ships, so it couldn't really be any of them. But yeah. I mean, it could be him being saved, him being kidnapped for other purposes. He'd be kidnapped because like, hey, we're gonna put you to trial, because of the everything you did for us, to us, So yeah, there's a bunch of different ways that's gonna go, and I'm not quite sure. But I wouldn't be angry either way.
Yeah, I'm happy that I don't know exactly which way they're gonna go. Even though I have a feeling, I think we know key players are going to be there. I think we know about the war that's coming up, and hopefully we get it. If this is it's 10 episodes long, right? This season, is it 9?
Yeah,
I think it's 10.
10. So if it's 10 episodes long, hopefully we get the war in 9, and then we get conclusion in 10, and not we get the war in 10, and then we got to wait a whole season to find out the conclusion, because that will piss me off.
I don't know if we're gonna get a war though.
I think we will. You're gonna see all type of fighting and infighting and all that stuff. And so episode 6 is gonna be Bo-Katan going off trying to bring other small, strays to their new habitat that they're building. And then talking about 7. 7 is gonna be something about the whole who answers the Moff Gideon. 8 might be them. All right, we're planning how we're going to get to Mandalore, and we get to Mandalore, and we see that the planet's there, and then we see something else on the other side, and then the 9 is going to be the fight, and then 10 is the resolution, most likely. Unless the armorer has planned all of this, unless the armorer has planned all of this, and she's actually planning to put a different side out there so they could kill off the Mandalorians that don't follow.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's more feasible too. I don't know, man. Like it can go a bunch of different ways, because I can see them saving the rest of Bo's story of her going to find the all the new people until next season, because the little group of people, the Night Owls that she had in season 2. I don't think any of them are coming back this season. The actors, like Sasha Banks and the other one, I don't think any of them signed on for this season. So like it would make sense maybe next season.
I don't think she's gonna go get them.
Why wouldn't you? He's like, oh shit, I want my people back.
Because they left her. She's like, F you. I'm gonna go to everybody else.
I
don't blame her. It's like, listen, I need to make a living, so I'm gonna go and be a mercenary. Yeah, and she comes back, she goes, hey, I'm getting the band together. And, she's like, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
I think she holds grudges. I think she's like,
no, she doesn't.
You're the last one I'm getting. And it's gonna take 10 looking at like, well, we need a little bit more. 3 people that could come with you. She'll be like,
because if she holds grudges, her and Vizsla would be like just nonstop fighting the entire time. Like, so I don't think she holds grudges like that.
I don't know, but Vizsla didn't leave her. She's just fighting against her in a different, she has different beliefs. But when someone has a personal attachment to you and they just leave you hanging, and now your palace has been destroyed because of it. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I said, if it ends with a Mandalorian war cliffhanger, I'll be so pissed off too.
I'm like, no. And matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Mandalorian like Civil War and they try to leave it as a cliffhanger. I wouldn't be surprised if Din takes Grogu and leaves. And then when we get to next season, I'm out. Yeah, we get to season 4. It's him back in the stars, just with him and Grogu
doing stuff. Nah, I think they're past that though, man. Because how do you just like get up and like leave after everything else?
Maybe they say that the foundlings can't be here right now.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think the rest of the season is going to focus on the Mandalorians being blamed for Moff Gideon. So it's going to be them trying to prove who did it. And then Moff Gideon's gonna come out and be like, "Ha ha! Look at my Mandalorians," And then I think that's how it's gonna kind of end. It's like Moff Gideon comes out, kind of what is at the end of season 1, right? Was it the end of season 1 where he like pulls out the Darksaber and cuts a hole in the thing?
Yep,
I think so. Yeah,
yeah, right.
I hope they don't leave it on cliffhanger, because they haven't like been filming it. This is not something we're gonna get like in 6 or 8 months. This is going to be another year, 18 months. So I don't think they're gonna.
I think they are, because he's already wrote season 4. He already said it's already written and it's going to be going probably soon.
That would suck. If they lost, you talking about losing people, that would lose. They wouldn't lose me. As much as I would like to say they'll lose me, they'll lose somebody. They'll lose some people that are invested, and then. When you get no pleasure out of it, you should learn from Andor. When you get no resolution ever, it's like the worst thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
See, but that's like no resolution. But what if it's like on a cliffhanger? It's good. Like the way season 1 ended was a cliffhanger, and I thought that was great because you're waiting, constantly waiting for season 2 to come out. So when season 2 came out, it was just like
new. But once we've already been here and we've invested in these stories and we invested in these characters, we know who all them are. So if you leave us on a cliffhanger, it's just going to piss people off.
I
don't know. I think it depends on the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it depends. And, inevitably a show, especially when you're at this point in time.
Multiple seasons.
Cliffhangers are pretty much inevitable, especially when they're obligated to leave the audience, their fan base now wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like it comes with the territory to end with a cliffhanger in some way, shape, or form. Just the question is, are they going to stick the landing with it?
I think when it's a big risk. It's a big risk if you're losing people. And even in my mind, if you're going to set up the Ahsoka show, this war needs to be over. There needs to be a resolution.
No. You're talking about you want to, but then it's so like running through like so much so quick. Like you want a whole war in 30 minutes, in 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what I'm saying. You start in episode 9. I need an hour long episode 9 and an hour long episode 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's a movie. That's long enough. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm cool with it because we're getting Ahsoka, which is another Filoni and Favreau thing, and we're getting Skeleton Crew this year, which is another Favreau and Filoni thing. And then that gives us that should be right in next in line would be Boba Fett. Probably you gotta fucking throw Andor back in there to finish that stupid shit off, and then Boba Fett. But if they were smart, not Boba Fett, or maybe Boba Fett too. But if they were smart, they would go Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew, and then another season of Mando. Like the other shows that no one cares about, let them,
die.
Just randomly release them without telling anybody. But yeah, Skeleton Crew, I'm kind of excited about, but that's another Filoni and Favreau kind of universe thing in the Star Wars world. But I don't mind if it's a good cliffhanger. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a whole season being the war, because then you got like the ins and outs of the fights and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to visualize how a whole season centering around the war would.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
What happened?
There's not 10 episodes to this season.
No.
How many?
8.
There's 8.
8.
There's 8?
Yeah, so the next week is 6, right? Then 7, then 8. And 6 is the one where Bryce Dallas Howard is directing.
Yeah, she's directing it.
I don't care if she's directing, she needs to be in it.
Yeah.
Let's make her a character.
Yeah, for no reason at all. I'm okay with that.
Put her in a Mandalorian suit.
No, don't put her in a Mandalorian suit.
Her and Katie Sackhoff standing right next to each other.
I love Emily Swallow.
But honestly,
I'm okay with the armor taking off her helmet. I love Emily Swallow, so I mean, it is what it is.
I want to see that. But the Dallas Bryce Howard, right? That's her name.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah. She probably makes the best Mandalorian episodes, though.
Oh yeah, she's great at directing. Yeah. Surprisingly.
No, because she understands the story.
Look who her dad is too.
Yeah, I mean, you remember, she grew up with this.
She's part of the family. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's part of the family, so she knows, she loves it, and she I think she respects it too. So
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but the fact that 7 and 8 are being directed by the same person.
Mm-hmm.
So
family. That's probably one long story then.
Yua. That's
Rick
7 and 8.
Yua?
Yeah. So 7 and 8 are one story. It's part 1 and part 2. And so I think 6 is going to step a lot. So this might be a very important episode coming up. And then we're going to get 7 and 8, which is going to be our finale.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm excited about it, man. I think they know where they're going. I would agree with a lot of people saying maybe they should have got there quicker, because that's what they're saying too. Is like, we're at episode 5 when this should have been like episode 3. I was like, maybe
because episode 3 shouldn't have been happened. It shouldn't. Take that out. We wouldn't made it. There you go. Cliffhanger should be it could be the incident that starts the war.
Yeah. That's right. It could be the thing that starts the war. You're like, oh shit, I didn't mean to kill that person, or something like that, and then you got to deal with all the fallout and all that craziness.
If we're going to get episodes, then maybe we should get a war next season.
Yeah.
The thing is, until we really hear the names, the titles, they're not even tell us the titles of it.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
And so you saw so this has been the highest received episode by critics. This episode was the highest received of the entire season of season 3.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Do you know which one was the worst, right? You know it was the least.
Episode 3.
Kind
Yeah.
of what I figured.
Yeah.
Kind of what I figured.
So
yeah.
1 was 85, 2 was a 93.
Oh, wow, really?
3 was a 82.
Okay.
4 was a 90, and 5 was a 99.
99. Holy shit.
99. How about that?
Wow. I like it, man. I'm digging it. I love Bo. I loved her since Clone Wars. I thought she was a really cool character. And I love seeing her. And that was one thing. I think Pert Minded put something on there, and I responded. I'm loving it. I love seeing Bo-Katan's story over 3 different shows now. Yeah. And how she's changed and become a different person. Where like she was like the fighter, like no, like the like very part of like the Mando Nazis, and then she's like, oh no, maybe we should be a little bit more talkative. And then she went to like being the leader and lost it. It was like she's been a different version of herself in each of the shows. And I think this is the final version where she's like, I understand everything now. Like I've been part of this group. My bloodline is part of this group. I see everything, like, and and
like the armorer, exactly what the armorer said. I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's why she could be doing the good thing, and like like she actually cares about her people, which is very much a possibility, and I would be 100% okay with that. But also, she could be like double dealing and like, oh, I'm gonna be really in charge, or she just might be sending her off to like keep her people in check, and I would be cool with either one of those ways it goes, or a different way that I can't even think of.
I think she's gonna be in the shadows, and she's trying to use Bo-Katan.
I think so too,
as a mouthpiece. Like I'm gonna use you. You're my queen chess piece, and I'm gonna move you around. And if even if Din gets in the way, you'll be the one I'm gonna send after it.
Yeah, I think so too. But like I said, I would be 100% okay if she just legitimately cares about her people and wants the best for her people. I would be 100% okay with that if that's what she really wants. If she really wants to bring all the Mandalorians back together, and she knows that Bo has to do it, and it needs to be Bo, and she puts her faith in Bo, I'll be okay with that. Like
I would
when there's no problem with
her character. It'll be so against her character.
Will it though? Because so far she hasn't done anything to be against the best of her people.
And she's
but right now her people is small. But
she's been helpful to Bo-Katan. She's been helpful for Mando, for Din. She's been very helpful for him.
To everybody.
Yeah. She's back on the planet. She won't have to hide in the shadows anymore. Maybe.
Yeah. That's why she hasn't done anything bad yet. That's the thing, And I don't know if I'm just jaded because of all the shows like Game of Thrones and shit. Because this is like kind of turning to like a Mandalorian Game of Thrones, like, or it could turn into that. But she hasn't done anything bad yet. Like she told like Din's like, hey, what is this? And she goes, oh, this is the Darksaber. This is the thing that leads our people. Here you go, take it back. It was like she could have easily kept it. Whacked him with the hammer and said, it's mine now, bitch. So I don't know. I mean,
make Bo-Katan feel like she's part of the tribe. She didn't have to do. She didn't have to do a lot of things. But when someone's doing all positive, you always are waiting for the other shoe to drop, especially when you have horns on your head.
Yep. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. That's why I'm okay with any way if she wants to double cross them, if she is actually concerned or any other thing, I'll be cool with it. I think it'll be interesting either way.
She's using to get all the Mandalorians in one place, and then the armorer goes after the mythosaur. She's the one riding the mythosaur.
Kool-Aid Man's through the wall. He goes, "I'm the man.
I'm the man now."
Yeah, because right now she's the only other person that knows.
Yep, she still hasn't told Den.
Mm-hmm. So that might be interesting. Like staying good with Bo, so she can go in and tame the mythosaur herself.
Yep.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I'll be happy either way.
I mean, she's still God's fun. Sister, so I don't know, man. Every time I see her, I think God's sister. I don't know how much I trust this.
Oh man, that's funny. I don't know, man. Anything else? I know we've been on this one for a little while, for way longer than I expected, long. But yeah. Anything else?
No, I mean it's just good. I'm glad the way we're going. Man, I want to know what happens with the foundlings. What we're gonna do with the birds. There's so many things, so many opportunities to do stuff that we have never seen, and it can be done here. So I don't know. I don't appreciate the hate. I want people to enjoy this episode as much as I see it. I like it, and the critics seem to like it.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm just stop making a big deal that she can take off her helmet. Like, it's not like Mandalorians have done it before. It's not like this brand new like thing. Like, what? Mandalorians can't take off their helmet. Like, no, listen, man. Like, it's happened before, many times.
It's so funny because Bo was like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Didn't I tell you to take off your helmet? You trust me?"
Yeah. She's like, "Who's the boss?" Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, if the people are making that big of a deal, is like, obviously you don't like. I don't know. Maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't want to say you don't know Star Wars because I know a lot of people do, but
that's what Star Wars is. Star Wars is crazy people that go take everything to the extreme and not to realize it's just Nazis in space, and you're being that type of person. I'm just saying, that's what Star Wars is Nazis in space. Like, this is what's going on. And it's those type of issues that are happening out there. And you're saying being so rigid is actually a problem. You can't be that rigid. It's a whole world that's being built. Go with the flow.
Yep. Exactly. But cool. We're gonna move on to something else, another Star Wars thing. But if you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna talk about Bad Batch coming up. But if you're watching on replay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let us know what you think about this episode of Mandalorian. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Obviously, all three of us are in love with this episode. And the last three, right?
Yep.
3 more. So we're excited about those. Yep. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us. Hit that bell notification so you know when we go live, and you can be part of the show like Xavier is. So super excited. And then thank you, Xavier. He's always in chat with us. So, and Derpy as well. Appreciate you. But let's get out of here. Let's move on to our next topic. Oh, that was short. Yeah, I might have double hit it. Been laggy on my side. Well, let's just get right into it. Bad Batch season 2. I want to keep saying season 3. Season 2 of Bad Batch. Finally got it. 16 episodes, I believe.
16 episodes, yeah.
So we started doing a weekly review of it. Started getting a little boring. Started getting a little fillery. So we decided to take a break because also Mandalorian came out. And then we're like, all right, we got to pick one. But the entire season's out. Season 2, it ended. This is full spoilers. We're gonna rate it and talk about it a little bit. So full spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, put it on pause and come back after you watch it.
Guys, we're gonna probably take 20-25 minutes at the most. We're not gonna be on this a lot.
Less than that.
We're not gonna be on this a lot. This is gonna be quick.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let you guys take the stage on this one. I'm just gonna hang back and spectate. because I didn't finish The Bad Batch. I was far behind in the midst of all the other shows I've been watching. Somehow, me, like an idiot, forgot all about it.
Hey, it's not like an idiot. Don't get me wrong. This is the one show that was not hitting for me, so I understand. But
it took a while.
Started at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Did it see the season?
What?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I guess like for me, it started off okay. It started off good. It was very interesting, because they picked up where the last season ended, where Camino was destroyed, and basically like anybody who knows about the whole situation, especially clones, are just getting thrown away. Like, oh, you know about it? Boom, you're dead. No, you don't. And so I was like, okay, interesting start. But then it just ran into filler. And I was like, what the F? Even an episode where I thought was going to be interesting, where they start talking about the ancients, was just more filler. It had nothing to do with anything. And it was very like annoying, and I know we kept talking about that. But like you said, Brian, those last handful of episodes was really, really good. Really, really good.
I mean,
like,
if you're ranking the episodes, where were you? What's the best one for you?
Oh man, it's one of the last two. I can't. Number 15 and 16, the last two of the were kind of like almost at the same level. I can't really say, but one of those is one and one of those is two. It can flip flop.
I like the Outpost
because it's one long story for me.
The Outpost is my favorite one.
That one was really good. The Outpost.
Yeah,
with Crosshair, like his story,
carrying the guy back, the other clone back with him, and then the lieutenant just like whatever and let him die right there in front of him. And Crosshair decides, I'm going to shoot you in the face. I was like, yes, Crosshair, yes, you understanding. They're not good. You're understanding now.
Yeah,
you're finally figuring it out. I thought that was really, really cool. It was a very good story.
That was a really good episode. Like if that was just the only like a single standalone episode, I don't know. That was super, super good. Because like you said, you get like you're like, oh, he gets it now, but is it too late? Your bad decisions put you in a bad place. So
I would go to Outpost and then Plan 99, and then. There's something Truth and Consequence early in the season.
That was good.
And then the Summit.
The Summit.
That was the second last one.
Yeah, the second to last one. Yeah, that was a good one too. But for me, man, those that last episode, I almost cried. It was
like the tear was going down. You went,
yeah. So Xavier said real quick, said the Bad Batch has been hit or miss for me this season. So much filler, man. But it's hard to say, especially when it ends the way it ended. Well, talking about like cliffhangers, I feel like the ending of season 2 should have been a mid-season cliffhanger. Like that should have been a mid-season kind of thing. If you're talking more like traditional kind of stuff, I didn't think that was a season-ending cliffhanger. That should have been like, hey, here's a mid-season, and we'll be back in 2 months to tell the rest of this season 2. But that's not how it's gonna be. It's the actual ending. It was still a good ending, but
it was very good.
I was just like, what? Like that was like a really where I want more now. I was like, what? Like, you're gonna be gone for a year?
Got into it,
Yeah,
finally get into it now. Now you're gonna do this to me?
Yeah, so, but
that's kind of sad.
I don't want to.
So the Outpost was good. Pabu, I liked Pabu. A lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it because it showed the life that they could have. It was very much like The Last of Us. We can stay here and we'll be safe, off the radar. Yeah. And we can build our homes here and we'll all be alive. And they showed that and that's when you see something like that, it foreshadows that someone's going to die. And then they delivered that on Plan 99. And I was very distraught and I was shaking. I was like, no, you can't do this to me. Don't do it. So if you don't know, Plan 99, you might say bye-bye to tech.
Yeah, which is super sad. I mean, he was probably my least favorite out of all the bunch, but he started kind of growing on me at towards the end, But
as he and Omega started to get closer,
yeah,
it only made sense. You had to get rid of one of them. You're not going to get. I mean, who else are you going to get rid of? There's no one else to get rid of but Tech.
Yeah. He, like I said, he was my least favorite, but he was also like, he's the one who got them out of all the problems. Like, hey, we're stuck. He's like, let me figure it out, and we go that way. It's like,
he's always the one figured out every problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
exactly.
There you go. Yeah. Sad news in Star Wars history. Not my favorite character, Tech. Yeah, not mine either. But
character. No, he's saying not my. Oh,
not my favorite character. Oh, I got it. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty sad though, especially the way it went down. Like he was just hanging and a wrecker trying to like still save him, and then he's like, "Oh, when do we ever follow orders?" And then,
but you can see he's doing it once again because he loves his family. He understands their family. I love you so much that I'm going to sacrifice myself.
Yeah,
it's so exactly what they are. It's exactly what any of them would do.
Yeah. It just sucked that Omega watched it.
Yeah,
I think that's why it hits harder. Is the person who doesn't understand loss, especially as soldiers do. It hit harder because like she's like, oh no, your family, and obviously they all know that each other are family, but also they've seen clones die. Probably many times, countless amount of times. Probably. I know it's different because it is Tech and it's part of this like immediate group, but
it hits them harder right now. But
So, man, that was rough. That was really rough.
It was hard to watch. But in true Star Wars fashion, it ends. It ends Plan 99, and you don't know who I am. And takes off her glasses.
Oh.
You don't see who I am.
Yeah.
And as soon as she said that, I was like, I got Luke and Darth Vader vibes. Every time she was saying, I was like, sorry for everyone's ears. But like, I feel like it was Darth Vader and saying, "I'm your father," and she was like, "No, I'm your sister, Omega." Like, okay. Really? Yeah. You had to pull that out. He said, all right, this works for other people, so let's just do this again.
Yeah. But it got me. I mean, damn it got me. So, I mean, I was hooked. I was like, what? Like I legit, like, I watched it during lunch, and my lunch break was technically over. I was like, fuck it, I'm taking an extra 10 minutes. I want to see how this ends. Because like the last 4 episodes, I just binged. I couldn't stop.
It was so good. Stop. It's better to binge this. This thing is so much better to binge. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's definitely a more bingey kind of one. Oh yeah. Yeah. Don't get me started on Sid. I wanted them to shoot her.
I wanted her to just get hit by a stray bullet. A stray like laser just hit her in the face. Like,
yeah.
She's the worst. Clearly, we knew she was the worst, and then Wanda Sykes told us that she was the worst.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, you don't want to cross her," and then they didn't even cross her. They're just like they basically ghosted her, like a girlfriend or something. It was like, and we never picked up that phone again.
They went back to her.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Oh, really? Well, you brought too much heat on me, so." Yeah.
Which I don't get. Like, why are you going to her? Go back to the what's the name of the planet? Paltoon or Pablo, whatever.
Yeah, but that's why they didn't do it. They didn't want to go Pabu. They didn't want to take Pabu any of the stuff on the Pabu. So they want to make sure they get all the heat off of that because that's their place to go back for refuge. And if no one knows about Pabu, then you don't have to worry about it. You always have that place.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about it like that. But yeah, they went back to her, and she's like, "Hey, you're bringing a lot of heat, so sorry." Yeah, at least I would say she seemed legit like sad about it. You know what I mean? It wasn't. She was like, money.
As you collecting your Judas ransom, you're sitting there with your 30 pieces of pieces of gold, or silver, whatever.
Yeah,
just sitting there like, all right, well, you kind of deserved it.
Yeah,
and we've been saying it the whole time. You can't trust her. Sid is the worst. I mean, and she proved it.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, the way also. As soon as that character, the sister character, started talking, I'm like, oh, that's the same actress. Why does she sound like Omega?
Yeah.
And I think it is the same actress. I could be wrong, but it sounded just like her. New Zealand accent and all that stuff. And then, or Australian, I think, technically, but whatever.
Michelle Ang?
Yeah.
Pretty sure she's not from New Zealand, but.
Well, because like all the clones are what's his name, and he's New Zealand, so they try to.
She did. Yeah. I think it is. You're right. I think it is New Zealand. You're right. Be right.
New Zealand. Yeah. So she has that accent. Same thing. Like me and Erica, we're talking and like now we're watching Bluey because we have a kid, and it's actually a pretty damn good show. It's pretty entertaining.
No, it's not. It gets bad.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. It gets a little annoying at times with the damn, but they're Australian, so they're all the dogs and all the characters are Australian, and when they say hello, they just don't say hello. They're like hello, because they have an Australian accent. No, it's not hello. It's like hello. Like it sounds like a Medea kind of like hello. Like
so that's like, hilarious.
No, little Blue
is hilarious.
So funny.
Little Blue so funny. Sound. Hello. That's what she always does, and then. The dad is the worst because he's always dancing. He's doing the robots.
I like the dad.
Gosh. Oh my god!
I love that show, man. It is a fun show. Well, we could do a whole thing about that because there's like a whole backstory of like, oh, the mom is cheating on with the neighbor. It's insane. It's so stupid. But go bad batch.
Takes
New Zealand accents
to ruin that.
exactly. But yeah, as soon as that character started talking, I'm like, oh, she sounds just like Omega. I thought they were gonna do something with time travel. I was like, oh, because it would make sense. Because I was like, okay, well, you're making everything live action, and if Omega's a kid, how are you going to age her up to maybe go work with Ahsoka? And if Ahsoka's doing the World Between Worlds, which is kind of like time travel, but not really like time travel. It was like, so you can play with that thing, because Ahsoka's already connected with the clones, right? So it was like, it would just make sense, here's a clone, force sensitive clone, you know what I mean? Who also happens to be female. I think maybe I was too much into it, but
the Bad Batch technically is what 8-9 years behind Mandalorian. So by the time Ahsoka is at that point, Omega will be 25.
The age of that character?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, I'm saying it works perfectly. So she doesn't have to even, she doesn't have to time travel or be an older one. She'll already be 25 in the Ahsoka time because Ahsoka time is 9 years in the future right now.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
But that's why she has to go back 9 years ago to do things. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, Crosshair needs to survive. So I need to go in there and infiltrate him to make sure this happens and this happens and this happens. You know what I mean?
I think she's a villain.
But I don't think so.
I think everyone else got off the planet and she was left alone. She was the first batch and they threw her away. And that's why she wants to throw the other clones away.
I think she's trying to help him because remember there's somebody inside. Echo said that we got somebody on the inside.
True.
So
that's true.
It could be her. But yeah. I don't think so. I think she's a good guy. But
I don't
know. We'll have to find out. You don't trust her. But but I was like, part of me was like, is she a clone or is she what is Omega's from? You know what I mean? Like kind of how Jango Fett is.
Omega's clone, like the original
from her. Yeah. Or Omega's the clone. I don't know. So
if that's the case, you wouldn't say I'm your sister. It'd be more like I'm your mother.
Mother. Yeah, because that's like with Django and Boba. It's like father and son type of relationship. But yeah, I don't know. It was like a very interesting ending where you're like, oh my God, as you're wiping away the tears from Tech's death. So
no, Tech, no.
It was well done, man. But Dave Filoni is pretty good at that. He does a lot of filler shit, but he usually ends on a good note with his animated seasons.
Even those last 5 episodes, I liked almost all of them. So
yeah. So we'll end it with this. With the rating for season 2, are the last handful of episodes saving the season? So I'll let you go.
There's no way that the last handful of episodes saves the season. It all it does is takes it from a never, because there's a point in time where I was like, I'm never going back to Bad Batch. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm never going to watch this. And it fixes it, and it says now it's a later. Now it moves like up to later. If you have the time, if you're sitting in a long car ride, you're driving down to Florida, or you're going somewhere that's you're gonna be in the car for 8 hours. Throw on Bad Batch. It keeps on going. It's a lot of filler, but the story keeps moving along. You learn about the characters, and you care about the characters, and they do a good job at the end. That's what it comes. It comes a later for me, and I'm glad I saw it. But I know that I'm not going to just spend more time on it.
The season or going forward?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the season. I'm not going. I'm glad I saw. I'm not going to go back to these episodes.
Yeah. And I kind of feel the same. Like, it was really boring at a point until the end, and the end is what the season really is. It started off good, had a good mid-season kind of thing with clones and rights, and what kind of human rights do the clones have and stuff. Interesting. I thought it was cool. And then it got to more filler, and then the handful of ending episodes was damn, like really, really well done. But to me, it's definitely a later, because it should be something you probably binge. I think binging it over a weekend is probably the best way to go. Because watching it like right now every week, we got bored of it, and it was kind of like, okay, if it's
we're Star Wars fans.
But I think because if it's after a bad episode, you can kind of push through the bad episodes. They're not bad. They're just nothing happens. They're fillers. So they're fun episodes and cool. But nothing happens. There's no story really. But yeah, you can watch those and get to the good stuff. And probably you can do like a Saturday, Sunday, knock it out, or Friday night, Saturday night. Put the kid to bed or something like that.
Just be honest. I started watching episode 11 at 3:00 this afternoon.
Damn.
So I watched Metamorphosis, The Outpost, Habu, Tipping Point, The Summit, and Plan 99 all today.
Like, I can't blame you, because I started off with the Retrieval, where they have to get their stolen ship back.
Yep.
I started off with that yesterday morning, and then kind of watched while I was working, just threw some stuff on. I had it on the desk, and I was working and stuff. But then by the end, I'm like on my lunch break for the last ending ones, where I can like sit and actually watch it and focus on it. So I guess I did binge it at the last.
That's what it is. It's like, and it actually worked a lot better, because I was excited to see the next episode.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely this is a series or show that should be released all at once, and I think we said that many times already. Yeah. But it was good. Great ending. And I'm curious to see what happens in season 3.
Yeah.
But I know how the show works, and the formula it's gonna have a good start, a bunch of filler, good middle, bunch of filler, and a great ending. That's how last season 1 was. Kind of season 2 was kind of more of the same,
having the two-part ending. That was it. I mean, it was so good. So
yeah. But definitely worth a watch if you're a Star Wars fan, I think. But you don't need to watch it as soon as it comes out.
Whenever you have time, as you're doing your chores, throw it on. As we both were doing
at work,
as we were doing work, we were watching this.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was good. So I know Brandon, you didn't watch it, but are you still gonna check it out?
Oh yeah, I'm still gonna watch the rest of it.
Okay.
Just for whatever reason, didn't find time to finish it all up and finish it all. So
the answer is when you're working from home, have it on a different screen right there next to you as you're doing your work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It works perfectly.
Yeah, because the filler is good because you can do work and have it on and look up, and then 5 minutes later look back up and you're like, oh, okay, you're like cool. But then once you get to the end, you might get a little. You need to go on your lunch break, like I did. So because then you kind of start to like stop doing your work and watching the show. But yeah, but cool, man.
Last 45 minutes, I was looking at the iPad like.
Yeah. Same. And then we got we bring up Xavier's one real quick. It's a chore to keep up with the episodes. It was the last thing I watched each week. Oh well. Yeah. I mean, we didn't even watch it. I didn't watch it for weeks.
Yeah, I literally took 3 or 4 weeks off. Just nothing.
Weeks. Yeah. So since Mandalorian started. So 5 weeks now.
Yeah.
Just I haven't watched it till now.
I watched I watched Retrieval now, and that's the only thing I watched since Mandalorian started.
Yeah, I didn't even get to that one. So yeah, but cool. So that's our rating for season 2 of The Bad Batch. Great ending, so we recommend watching it just for the ending. But leave a comment, let us know what you think of this season. Is it good? Is it bad? Did you give up on it and you're just kind of done? I'm over it. Or did you kind of stopped and redid it all like what me and Brian did? But leave a comment, let us know. Also hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You can join us live. We're live every Monday and Thursday. So you can come and be part of the show and let us know your thoughts live. And if you're watching live, stick around because we are going to talk about some other stuff.
Let's do this.
All of a sudden my fucking neck started killing me.
Oh, there it is. Stress.
All day today, man. I've been like the last couple of days I've been good. And then all of a sudden right now. Let's feel it.
Like trailer time, guys.
Yeah, I mean, like
what trailers are you watching?
There's something that came out, wasn't there? Something good. Our Sisu one is popping off. I was like, what? It was kind of dead, and then it just kind of got a second life and started getting comments, and was like at 350.
So I was watching it and I was commenting to some of the people because they're telling me what Sisu is, and I read that watched the video and everything. And I thought that was really interesting that they told us to watch this video, and it was perfect. And I understood more about Sisu, and then I understood more about John Wick having Sisu, and having that spirit. And I was really enjoying it. I enjoyed it a lot. So I want to shout out to whoever did that comment and steered me towards doing that. That was so good. It was a great job.
Yeah.
I think it was Jerlo is the one that told me to do it, and I watched it and it was so good and I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you.
Let's see. So we got Asteroid City? Right? Yeah. Asteroid City. Isn't that what the new Wes Anderson, I think, movie?
Yeah. Which has in true Wes Anderson fashion, it has a freaking stacked cast, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Bill Murray in this one? Or not this anymore after the allegations and stuff.
I'm okay with that. Can we watch the Elemental official trailer too?
Tom Hanks. Elemental.
Yeah, I want to see that.
That's on fish right now too. We just did that. Then we can go we can go a serious one with Dead Ringers. Dead Ringers is a modern take on David Cronenberg's 1988 trailer starring Jeremy Irons. Stars Dead Ringers, stars Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz.
Oh, you know how I feel about her.
I do know.
Oh, yeah. So there's that one, or the Trolls.
Citadel. Do Citadel. Do Renfield's last final trailer. Oh, Renfield.
Oh, the newest Renfield. I can't wait for Renfield.
Because the Trolls band together is not going to be what you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But also, that's going to get copyright claimed and
immediately
with all the music and Universal. So maybe not. So we could do the Wes Anderson one. We could do Elementals, and we could do Dead Ringers, because unfortunately, Asteroid City is Universal, so that probably would get claimed, but that's okay. Dead Ringers, Amazon, so we should be okay. And then Elemental is Disney, so same thing, should be okay. I mean, I'll still have to dispute it, but they usually release.
Well, let's do it. Okay.
All right. Let's do it.
And then really, Dave had the season 3 official trailer already.
I think it caught up. I fell off on season 2.
Same. I got to finish that up.
I finished season 2. It was fine. I was happy what ended up happening. He's just annoying.
Is he? Yeah, he is.
All right.
I need to get on. Yeah, we do. I need to get on American Saga, the Wu-Tang. Season 3 just randomly dropped, right? It was like out of nowhere. They're like, and here it is.
And you didn't hear anything about it.
Yeah. Like no marketing, no trailers, no nothing.
I tried to watch Swarm. I tried hard.
Did you?
I couldn't do
it. Did you get as frustrated as I did?
I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, this little girl, no one's killing her.
Yeah, dude. You have no idea how many times I yelled at the screen, somebody stop her. 2 episodes in, somebody should have put her on the freaking floor.
Yeah. She should have double tapped on her. She should have been a double tap.
Yeah.
Shot once to the body, once to the head, just in case.
Yeah.
Dude,
I was so frustrated.
It's hard to watch, man. It's something.
That's what I heard from a lot of people.
I was wanting to reach through the screen.
Just slap them.
Somebody. I would have done a lot more than slap. So somebody should have taken care of her early.
Oh, that's funny.
Because it wouldn't have taken much to lay her out.
It's really that bad.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I saw who else did it. I think Zach Attacks did one, and I think Perp Minded also did one, and they didn't care for it. I know Zach didn't care for it. Yeah.
It's
I appreciate what Donald Glover was going for with like the Afro surrealism, but and
very artistic.
It was,
but
yeah, it's a frustrating watch for sure.
It just wasn't.
He directed it, or
he directed a couple episodes.
Yeah,
he created it, but he directed.
He's the creator and director of most of them.
Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, that sucks.
What's her name? Malia Obama was one of the writers.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a satire on not toxic fandom, but at the same time, kind of toxic fandom.
No, it is Swarm. It's the Beehive. Yeah. It's the people.
The Beehive. Yeah.
Beyonce's Beehive. They're doing it. They're following this one person, and they're like, "Why are you doing this?" It's that. And it's hilarious. And they said at the beginning, they say that this does not depict anyone in particular. If anyone is kind of similar to, it's coincidental as it says the exact opposite. if it's someone that looks like this and the fans are acting like this, we're talking about you. These are you. These are your problems. These are your people. Yeah, this is you. I was like, funny. all right, Donald Glover.
Even Brandon is like, I'm skipping Swarm.
Dude, I saw funny. Episode 1 and I was like, I'm done. I can't do this.
Brandon. It's. I know you in particular. It'll piss you off. It'll piss you off.
So it's a rare miss for Donald Glover, huh?
No, I'm not saying it's a miss either.
It wasn't.
People love it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
People love it. I just can't. I can't do it.
It's definitely for a very specific crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I was thinking about watching it. I didn't know Donald Glover like created it. I know he was directing it or wrote it or something like that, but I didn't know he created it and directed a few episodes. So, yeah, I'll probably check it out when I can.
Go ahead and check it out. Let me know how it is. After seeing that first episode, I was watching with my wife, and she was like, "Yeah, we're done." Even she was done. I was like, "Yeah, agreed."
Yeah. So, after the first episode, yeah, if you feel like that, then that's probably for the best.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not wasting more time. No.
All right, let's knock out these trailers real quick, and then yeah. So let's try to keep it short. Let's try to do like 10 minutes. So I think we could do 10 minutes.
Done and done
on a trailer. So
done and done.
All right, let's do it. Maybe, I don't know. It's gonna click. All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to check out the official trailer of Elemental, the new Disney Pixar film. So I know we watched the teaser trailer, and I thought we were like, okay, interesting, cool, whatever, So are you guys excited about the movie after the teaser, before the official trailer, or what?
I'm super excited, but I'm the dad.
All right. Oh yeah, you got to see it. You have no choice.
There's no question. Yeah, I'm going to see it. Yeah. I'm going to enjoy seeing it, and it looks like a good movie. So I'm going to actually watch it instead of just eating popcorn, getting fat.
Yeah, Brandon, you're probably gonna go check it out just from the teaser before we get into the trailer. Go and see a before and after feeling.
Whoever made this teaser before the trailer that I'm about to watch idea. Is that what we're talking about?
Kind of. Yeah.
God,
we really don't know what the story's about. But.
Yeah.
Stop with the teasers. Just do the real one.
Yeah, just do the real one.
Yeah.
And whoever when you're about to watch the trailer, they feel the need to show snippets from it, and trailer starts now. Whoever did that just needs a swift kick in the temple.
I blame TikTok somehow.
Tell me how you really feel.
Somehow you need to put the TikTok clip and then the actual trailer.
Yeah,
but
for the trailer, I'm already getting ready to watch.
Exactly. But speaking of, let's watch this trailer and then we'll see how we feel after.
Meet the residents of Element City. Air usually has their head in the clouds.
Oh, my new jacket!
Earth can be a little seedy.
Nothing weird going on here.
Just a little pruning. Water is always getting into something. And fire, as ordered, we run a little hot.
This shop is dream of our family. Someday it'll all be yours.
But we all live by one simple rule.
Elements cannot mix.
The pipe squished me all out of shape.
Dang.
That's better.
Oh.
So you've never left Firetown?
Sorry, buddy. Elements don't mix.
Hey!
Plus, my dad would boil you alive.
Why does anyone get to tell you what you can do in your life? Come on! Why do they even have these?
Who knows?
Watch this!
Whoa!
see a change in you.
What, hair guy? You live here?
It's my mom's place. We got 2 kids that are swimming around here somewhere. Orca! Follow!
I've been trying to fill my father's shoes, but I never once asked what I wanted to do.
No wave.
Dad, those are too hot. I love hot food. He likes it.
Okay. All right. Kind of digging it. I like it.
Yeah.
Better than the teaser. It actually gave us what's going on.
What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's your first reaction, Brandon? What you got?
Well, I love how lighthearted Pixar is trying to fool you into thinking it is. When in reality it's just going to be more existential dread that's going to leave you feeling like shit when you leave the theater. So tired of Pixar and their bullshit with that. Like, who hurt them?
Oh man, I didn't think you were going there with it.
If I wanted to feel like shit, I'd turn and just like and just question existence, I'd turn on the news.
I mean,
I don't think this one will end bad. It seems like it's going to be maybe a happy ending love story. Well,
that's what they want you to think.
Then they get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely gave me inside out feeling, and the only thing you're going to really get negative is that you can mix, you can be from different worlds and still be able to be with each other. I think that's what you're going to get out of it. I don't think it's going to be that we're going to see a whole life and then you're going to see the wife die of cancer. Like, you're not going to see that like on the screen over the first 5 minutes. You'll see the toys holding hands as they're going into an incinerator. I don't think that's what we're going to get. I think we're going to get more inside out and less up.
Yeah. And you know what?
Wait.
We didn't see her mom. We didn't see her mom. We only saw the dad.
We're going to find out her mom was taken out by a fire hydrant.
And everyone's gonna cry. It's gonna be the stupidest death, but everyone's gonna cry because it's Pixar. And Brandon's right. It makes you feel like shit.
I'm always right when it comes to this sort of thing.
Finding Nemo didn't. Oh yeah, it did.
Yes, it did.
Right, the balls.
Don't you remember the beginning?
Toy Story 3, the balls up. Yep. Coco.
Oh man, dude! Of course it did.
The whole thing killed his grandfather and ruined everything. And then Mama Coco. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Mama Coco at the end.
Incredibles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No ball kicking in Incredibles. Come on. All right.
Yeah, not really.
See, yeah, I got one. Yes.
I mean, it came close to see, but then the Pixar always does very potentially very adult themes, like Incredibles. He almost had an affair on his wife. Almost had an affair on his wife with that secretary.
Oh, he did.
My god! Oh man,
he wasn't going.
I don't think he was going to do that. I think Bob was
his wife. Oh. Come on, he wasn't going nowhere, man.
Yeah, I think Bob was a faithful husband. I mean, and always planned on being one.
Yeah, but
she got a one hug, and then next thing you know, she got punched in the face.
That's true. Brandon said, you knew from the teaser the fire was going to fall in love with water and the world was not supposed to be. Yeah, but now I think we got a little bit more. But yeah, the teaser, I guess, did its job with like very teasing. And Xavier said, so true, B. Leave it to Pixar to try to punch you in the gut by the end.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah.
Nothing like
I know I'm right. They're not gonna get me another time.
You're not going to drink water for like 3 days, so you don't have enough water to cry. Like you ain't gonna make me cry. I'm dehydrated. Yeah,
shit.
But,
Had it with Pixar with that.
So fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah, fool me for 20 years straight.
It's not even a matter of being fooled. It's just a matter of having enough.
Look, Inside Out did not punch you in the gut.
What?
What's that?
It was Inside Out.
Inside Out. Know the little girl Riley and her emotions? No, it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Yeah, it did.
No, she went from being a little girl to being a teenager.
And then remember the other one, the little clown guy that died in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
people die.
That was super sad. I think even my girlfriend was like, "If they kill this fucking character,"
dude, I was okay. I hate clowns. F a clown. I don't care.
I think it was like I forgot what his name was. He had a stupid name because he was like the imaginary friend. I think that's what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was tough.
There you go.
That was tough.
Bing Bong died, and they wanted tears. Yep, exactly. Oh, you click. There you go. But yeah, this one. I mean, it looks good. I think it's gonna be fun, but I like it.
I'm okay.
Probably check it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
And they need to do something after Buzz Lightyear or just Lightyear because that was
awful.
Oh, super rare.
Yeah,
rare.
What just a missed opportunity. It could have like I said, like the cartoon Buzz Lightyear of Star Command really ran with the concept. They should have just done that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Rather than kind of doing like a cheap Interstellar knockoff.
That's true. So, I mean, they have to come back swinging. I think this is going to be a good one. It's a story I think we've seen before, like Romeo and Juliet. The two sides are not supposed to fall in love, and they fall in love, and this and that. So, I mean, these are good for young kids too. Acceptance and differences are good and stuff like that.
And understanding segregation is not necessary. That's what this is. Segregation.
Yeah.
You stay your side. I'm with my people. You can see each other, but we don't like those people. And that's what it's all about. And they can enjoy who they are, and we can live anywhere and do anything with our lives.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, I mean, can you call it racism? Because they're all elements, but you know what they mean. You know what I mean? Like,
you can't be with those fire people, man.
Exactly.
Those wild people just be flowing all over the place. You can't trust them.
Exactly.
Those air people just be in the clouds, just not a worry in the world.
Well, so but it looks good. I like it. I'll probably go check it out.
Me too. Yeah. So, what about you guys? You guys think it's gonna be good? I want to. Xavier, you gonna go watch it, man? Brandon, you gonna go see it?
Yeah, I think, like you said, if you have kids, you're going to see it.
Yeah,
like that's not even an option. You're going to see it. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's Pixar,
for the sake of the channel, most likely.
Yeah. But I mean, I like going to the theaters. I like movies like this too. I think they're usually pretty fun. So. Yeah, exactly.
After it crushes it, it's gonna crush it. It's gonna paste it back together. And it's gonna warm it.
Yeah. Like, see, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's like it punches you like shh. I'm gonna make you feel real good.
First they're sour, crush your hair, and now they're sweet.
Yeah. But cool. So that was our thoughts on Elemental, right? Elemental or Elementals?
Yeah. Elemental.
Singular.
Yeah. So the new Pixar animated movie. But leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think. Does it look interesting? Is it kind of boring? Are you over Pixar? It's been a long time, and they usually hit it, but not always. But leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this trailer. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and lets YouTube know what we're doing is good and pushes our videos out to even more people. And then make sure you join us every Monday and Thursday live so you can be part of the show like Brandon and Xavier were and letting us know their thoughts live. But just thank you guys. And if you're watching live, stick around. We're going to talk about some other stuff. All right. You want to jump into Asteroid City?
Yeah, let's do that right now.
All right. Hit it. All right. So our next live reaction, live trailer that we're going to watch is Asteroid. Or Asteroid? No, Asteroid. Oh, I don't know. I'm like dyslexic right now. By Wes Anderson, another Wes Anderson movie. So you kind of know what you're getting into just by the name. And you know you're going to see like a bazillion huge stars in this one. So let's check it out.
Always lands to the biggest casts for some of them.
Yeah. Like all the time. But let's check it out and then we'll talk about it. Soon. We don't have a... Yeah, that is the most Wes Anderson trailer of all time.
Very, very, very much Wes Anderson. I'll check it out. I love Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
Go ahead, check it out.
June 23rd.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, I gotta check out a Wes Anderson movie in the theater at least once, or just in general at least once. I really like his stuff. Yeah.
I just feel like Tom Hanks wasn't supposed to be Tom Hanks. That was supposed to be Bill Murray.
Oh yeah.
It looked like Bill Murray with all the gray and stuff like that, the gray hair. But
I mean, Tom Hanks did that in with that movie about the airplane pilot,
Sully.
The Sully.
Sully.
Looked like that then.
Yeah, he did. He looked all like him. But is this like the first Wes Anderson movie without Bill Murray?
Because he was in Rushmore. He was in.
It was in like a lot of them.
He was in
Life
was
Aquatic.
he in Moonrise Kingdom? He was in Life Aquatic.
He was in Moonrise Kingdom. Yeah.
Was he in Royal Tenenbaums?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Royal
was.
Tenenbaums.
Yeah. But it looks good. It looks like some very Wes Anderson. If you like Wes Anderson.
Very, very much Wes Anderson.
Yeah. I at times like there's some movies where I'm like, oh my god, it's a little much.
Too much for me.
There's
That's
times,
why I think looking at him like,
you know, but like Isle of Dogs, it was like that animated claymation one he did. That one, you know, very much like his other stuff, but just claymation.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. Or Isle of Dogs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Isle of Dogs was great. But yeah, I like him mostly, and this one looks pretty good. I just like the very, very dry humor that he does, you know.
Yeah,
like,
and you know, I have kind of trouble like kind of finding the right word for it. I definitely say dry, but like in addition to that,
it's like monotone. Like everything is monotone. So it's like here's the joke, you know, but it's the same level as the not the joke part, you know. And it's just everything's like, which makes it funny for me. It makes it funnier because it's like there's no.
It literally makes me roll my eyes. It literally makes me roll my eyes.
I get that. A lot of people would say that.
I'm like, you trying to be too smart for your own good.
For the most part.
God. That's all it is. You're trying to be way.
But now I think it's just more his style. Yeah, French Dispatch. Yeah. This one looks kind of good. Like I don't know why, but the kid just randomly falling out of nowhere. Like I don't know. I like it. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
If you guys watch it, let me know how it goes.
Yeah. So you just don't like any Wes Anderson movies?
I don't. I'm not.
None of them?
Isle of Dogs was good.
Yeah.
It's not good for me. It's not
your style.
not my style. It's just not things I enjoy. It's too slapstick, and it's just reminds me of a commercial like, come on down to come and see this crazy dude thing at this new car store. Like, it's too much for me. I'm like, all right, I'm good.
You didn't laugh at the part where he goes, "Oh, I'm a widower, but don't tell the kids." Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Like, that had me, bro. That was funny. No,
it's not me. It's it's like, okay, all right.
Not your vibe. Like this part of the trailer kind of had me. I don't know. Like what? He just like falls out of the sky for no reason. It's so stupid. But yeah. But I 100% get. I get why a lot of people don't like this stuff.
Yeah, Wes Anderson's style is
it'll be me and Brandon's review.
Yeah, you guys. I'm like, I'm be sitting the whole time like,
yeah,
okay. I won't hate. I just said
no. Yeah. June 23rd. That's when it's hitting theaters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, holy crap, man. So, yeah, Scarlett Johansson, Tom Hanks, Jeffrey Wright, Tilda Swinton, Bryan Cranston, Edward Norton, Adrian Brody, Hope Davis. Well, I can't pronounce her name. Who else? Mia Hawke, yeah, Nepo baby.
Mia Hawke.
Yeah. Matt Dillon, Willem Dafoe, of course. Robert Margie, Jeff Goldblum. And we didn't even, there was a lot of people in there that we didn't see. I didn't see Bryan Cranston. I don't think I did.
I didn't see him either. I don't even think I saw. Yeah, Margot Robbie. Did anyone see Edward Norton? I didn't see him.
No. Steve Carell. I did see him. So there's a bunch of other. Was that Liv Schreiber? Was that right? Did I pronounce the name?
Liev Schreiber. Yeah.
He was in it. So yeah, I don't know. This one looks kind of stupid funny. I mean, but yeah, I don't know. But anything else before we move on?
So one time that I'm going to say I'm not going to go see a movie. Yeah. I usually see everything. I really do. Like, it's just I'm like, I'm good. You lost me. I'm good.
Yeah. But all right. So when it comes out, me and Brandon we'll do a review on this one. So
yeah,
but
I'm in.
Cool. Asteroid City, June 23rd. Wes Anderson. Let us know what you think about this trailer. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what your thoughts are. Do you like it, or you like Brian? You don't like just his work, which I get, but let us know. Leave a comment and hit that like and subscribe button as well. It lets you know when we are live, and you can be part of the show and come and join us in the comments. And we show them up on the screen live, so you can be part of the Spoiler King show. But that's it for this trailer reaction. We are going to move on to some other stuff.
All right.
We've got one more trailer. We'll get right into it. Dead Ring. I don't think I've seen any of these trailers. This is my first time watching all these trailers.
And really, I just recently heard of Dead Ringers late last night, I think.
I know. I heard she was in a movie, but that was it. Like, oh hey, Rachel Weisz is gonna be doing a movie. I'm like, ooh, okay. But that was it.
I like that just because, Hey, thank you.
Exactly. See, everyone wants the Mummy to come back so they can get Brendan Fraser. Like, I want the Mummy to come back so I get Rachel Weisz.
It would have to be Rachel Weisz because we already saw why replacing her in the third one was a bad idea. Nothing against Maria Bello, who's a great actress, but a lot of the reason the first two Mummies worked was because Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz played off each other very good.
Good chemistry. Very good chemistry.
They had, and when you lose that, you lose a lot of the appeal. But the third one was a bad enough movie as it was, but that really just kind of it was over before it began.
Yeah,
when they recast her.
Yeah,
I agreed. I saw like she's not in it. Rachel Weisz is not in it. How they doing the mummy?
Nothing against Maria Bello, who's a great actress. She did what she could, but yeah, axing Rachel Weisz if she didn't want to come back, they should have just written the character out. Just said she was off on like a dig or something like that.
Yeah, she's with her son. I don't know. Yeah, or
boss. You could have just made it a father-son adventure with Rick and Alex, and which I
didn't like that they did that too. Like the fact that they made them at odds with each other. I wanted them to actually enjoy that.
I was more annoyed. Well, I was annoyed with that too. And in addition, that Alex for some reason no longer had a British accent. His English accent magically disappeared.
Did it?
Yeah.
And the third one, I watched the third one maybe once.
Yeah, I watched it all the way through probably like once, but I remember being bothered by that and thinking like almost sounded like he had a southern accent at times.
That's funny.
Like,
I know the actor's Australian, so I'm pretty sure doing an English accent couldn't have been that much of a stretch for him.
Right.
His only American accent was a southern accent. That's what they had to do.
Apparently.
Like what's his name? James Bond in Glass Onion.
Like, all I could do is this southern accent. I say
southern draw. Yeah, exactly. I grew up watching Foghorn Leghorn. That's my only reference to American. Yeah. Oh man. Real quick. So, Brandon said, "I'm sorry, but Tom needs to do the Mummy again. I did like the first one with Brandon, but come on, Tom can do no wrong. He did wrong there, man, because that one
he did wrong there.
That one,
and it wasn't even." He committed a crime being worse than bad. It was just very forgettable too. And it was supposed.
Was the warrior? Was that the Empire Warrior? What is it called? I don't even remember.
Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. That was the last one with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Tomb of the Dragon
Emperor.
Yeah,
Jet Li.
Yeah, here goes.
And they really wanted you to believe that it was like a mummy because they kept saying mummy even though it was like a terracotta warrior.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the whole thing. It wasn't even a mummy. I was like, dude.
Yeah.
They're stone.
I think they just wanted you to believe that it was a mummy. If they said it more over and over and over again.
Just did it. So.
But yeah, the one with Tom Cruise. And that was supposed to be the start of Universal's Dark Universe, their big shared universe, and which I would have been interested to see, but they just made a
classical.
They just made a trash movie.
Yeah,
it's a good job. Also, it didn't have a good name. It was like the Dooku or something like that. The Dark Universe, Cinematic Universe. What was it?
Yeah, they were just going to call it. They were just going to call it Dark Universe.
Yeah.
And
they always have like "CU" at the end of everything, so like people were dubbing it the Dooku, which I'm like, that's so stupid.
DUKU. CU. DUCU.
Yeah, DUCU.
Which it's too bad because a shared monster universe with the Universal monsters could have been dope. It could have been cool.
Yeah. They did something like that way back in the day in black and white filming, where Dracula and Mummy and Werewolf.
This was supposed to be an update of that. They were going to do, they were going to do Bride of Frankenstein. I believe they were going to do Frankenstein. Javier Bardem was going to be Frankenstein's monster. Johnny Depp was going to be the Invisible Man. They were building. Tom Cruise was going to be a recurring character.
Yeah.
It could have been cool.
Van Helsing was in the Mummy movie. Was it Russell Crowe? I think.
He was Dr. Jekyll.
Was he? Who was there? Wasn't there a Van Helsing? I think
there wasn't a Van Helsing. No, it was like Dr. Jekyll, and Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll was essentially going to be like the Nick Fury of the universe, basically. because he was the head of whatever that organization was that was like hunting and like trying to like round up these monster characters. So yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
Could have been cool.
I watch anything with Tom. I even watched some Scientology special because he was the keynote speaker. Oh god.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Tom Cruise is the man though. But you know,
right, time is going by. Let's hit this.
Yeah.
This trailer.
yeah. Let's do this. Let's do it.
All right. Dead Ringers. All right. Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We are watching another trailer on our live show. We are talking Dead Ringers. My name is St. Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly. Did you guys see this one yet?
No.
I have not.
All right. So let's check it out and then let's talk about it.
It's impossible to explain it to anyone outside of it.
We just cut a baby out of a woman's womb. She asked us to. We didn't just like do it.
She's the funny one. My sister and I do work that is groundbreaking, but hopeful, radical, but safe.
Sometimes I feel I've got to.
I want to change the way that women birth. It is world-changing.
How does that vomit-inducing idealism translate into dollars?
I do my job to help people. Baby sister, you are so deliciously perfect. Where do you come from? It's capitalism. Very bad.
Once I ran to
You're okay. Oh, I'm brilliant.
now I run from you.
You want me to grow you a baby out of nothing? Bring it on. Let's do the research. Let's make anything happen.
Are you God? How did you create life where it would not grow?
That is not what we want to be doing, though. But it might be. But it's not. But it could be. But it's not.
What Frankenstein trauma are you up to?
I really like her.
What do you mean? It's none of your business. Everything's my business, not this.
Cannot stand the way you
They're both brilliant. They're both liabilities.
We are extraordinary.
touch me, baby, dangerous.
You're a psychopath. Oh, well, if I'm a psycho, you're a psycho. We are as close to perfection as you can get. That is just nuts. I love it. You don't need anyone else. You never have.
You were looking really crazy for a while there. As it turns out, I'm really sane. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, it's a series.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do you guys think?
Looks very dark. Very, very.
It looks really out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for the Fight Club scene where they realize that there's not two of them. There's actually only one. She's talking to herself the entire time.
Yeah.
And it's always only referring to only one of them, and the other one just you don't realize to the end of the show like there's only one the entire time. There's never been a sister.
Yeah. I don't know. So also she's playing her like both twins, which is crazy. Yeah, Elliot and Beverly Mansell, twins who share everything: drugs, lovers, and unapologetic desire to do whatever it takes, including pushing the boundaries of medical ethics in effort to challenge antiquated practices and bring women's healthcare to the forefront.
They share lovers? Okay, that's the first thing I heard. I was like, what?
Well, they kind of hinted at it where the one liked somebody and she was like, ooh, what about that? She was no. So like that, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll watch anything with Rachel Weisz and see where it goes from there, but that's
pretty much where we are at. You know, I don't know what the hell this is about. I have no idea if I'm gonna like it or not, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah, it definitely looks weird.
Yeah,
definitely.
very, very, very out there. I'll give it a watch though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm calling it. One of them is a clone.
That makes sense.
Yeah, one of them is a clone from the other.
Didn't think about that, but all right, I'd roll with that.
Yeah,
one's a clone.
Well, because they're doing like it seems like cloning in a sense. You know, you saw the clone sheep frozen and stuff like that. I don't know, but it's on Prime. Prime has been doing pretty good with some of their movies and shows. Same thing as Apple. Yep. So
they flush out a lot of stuff. They do a lot of good stuff. So yeah, Prime and Apple are doing like the best shows, I believe, overall.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to really talk about this one because it was just so weird. But I don't know. Anything before we move on?
I'm interested to see where we're going to go. I think Prime does a good job, and I'll watch it.
Yeah, definitely gonna at least watch the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
But I'm more curious to know what some of the people that watch this think about it. So leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about it. Does it look cool? Does it look weird? Do you kind of know what's going? Because it's a modern take on the David Cronenberg's 1988 thriller with Jeremy Irons. So something we've seen before. So it's kind of a remake, I guess, right?
That's another thing I wanted to mention, like an update of Cronenberg content.
Yeah,
and he was, that guy's always made like some really trippy out there stuff.
Yeah, he did.
So,
I think Rick and Morty makes fun of it. Like that's how trippy he gets.
Rick and Morty. Yeah, totally spoofs like his like body horror kind of. So I'm gonna check it out. Yeah.
It's worth watching. But. Cool. If you're watching live, we're going to get on to our last topic for the night. But if you're watching on replay, thank you for clicking the video. But hit that subscribe and like button. Let us know what you think in the comments. And hit that bell notification so you know when we go live. We go live every Monday and Thursday. If you catch us, you can be part of the show. You can come in and leave your comments, and we will show it on screen. And you can join us, the Spoiler Kings, with our reactions. But that's it for this one. We're moving on to something else. Oh shit! Hit the wrong button. Yeah, I don't know why my mouse is so laggy today. I clicked it, but then it dragged it down. What? Sorry, Brandon, I didn't want to pull that up yet. Speaking of that, is Paul Rudd show coming back? Which Paul Rudd show?
The one it was on Netflix. Forgot what it was called. No, it was the one. I think it was called like The Other Me or something like that.
Oh,
something
shit.
to that effect.
The Other Me. Is
that was good.
That was pretty good.
That was really good.
Right. Living with myself. Yes.
Living with myself.
Living with myself.
Yes. That's it. Yes, Brandon.
I'm thinking like I'm thinking like that. Yeah, I was thinking like that Disney Channel movie, The Other Me, from like back in the day.
Right.
But yeah, Living with Myself. I feel like that's gonna be a one-off. I think they would, if a second season were to happen. So I think that first one was like 3 years ago. I think they would have announced.
He hasn't had time.
I think they would have announced.
I think that's the thing. He's been working. Marvel does that to you.
Yeah. Let's see if there any news real quick on it. No thumbs up for any other seasons. Yeah. Always written to satisfy. So I guess it was written to satisfy to be a single season. That's what Looper is saying.
Okay.
So it was only supposed to be a one and done season.
Yeah, I figured that was always the case.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind season 2. It was a really interesting show. I liked it. I actually forgot about it, man. Yeah, good callback. So you want to do Bel-Air still? You guys still good?
Yeah, let's
try to knock it out quick.
15 minutes.
We could just knock it out. 15 minutes.
You want to lead this one, Brian, because you're the only one that saw the entire episode.
Oh yeah, I can knock it out. I was definitely falling asleep. But here we go.
Yeah, I only seen like half of the episode.
All right.
So at least I figure you can at least like do a quick run through, and we can talk about it.
All right, let's get this going, guys, because it's gonna be real quick. So
yes.
And welcome back to Spoiler Kings. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Brandman Brandon and Tank Kramer. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Oh man, It's almost Friday.
It's almost Friday. We are almost at the end of our live show. We are doing this one right now. Right now, we're doing the Bel-Air season 2, episode 6 recap. So basically, I don't know if you guys all saw episode 6. This is all basically it's let the best man win. It's all about the Banks family reunion. That's where we're all based on basically all Phil's family's coming in. That's why Jeffrey was talking to Viv in the last episode about getting all the alcohol for her because she's gonna need to drink to get through.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of cool callbacks. It was they finally resolved their issues with Jeffrey, and we got to the end of the episode, and everyone was happy dancing and all that stuff. So it was like the calm before the storm. So that's kind of how I felt about it. What did you guys think about this episode?
It was okay. It didn't do a whole lot for me. I feel like when you, and this goes for not just Bel-Air, but like almost every show, like when you hit kind of the midpoint of the season, which we're kind of nearing or well into, you have the filler episodes that are kind of about really a whole lot of nothing or not much really happens. So this was that obligatory midpoint episode where nothing that really advanced.
That's exactly what it is. Because honestly, so at the beginning of the episode, Will tells Carlton he's not going to dropping out of the Founders Race award. So he's not dropping out, just like we knew last episode. And at the end of this episode, it's still the same point. So nothing advanced in that, right?
Yeah.
We know Phil didn't tell Vivian about Erica, right? So we know that that's at the beginning of the episode, and at the end of the episode, nothing still has changed about that, right? Jazz didn't want to talk to Hillary at the beginning of the episode. The end of the episode, nothing changed. Will really hasn't gone anywhere with anything with it from as far as this episode goes. That's the only thing we got resolved was Jeffrey. And was it really resolved, or did it just add more fuel to the fire? If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically Phil and Viv kind of confront Jeffrey about what's been going on. They saw him on the camera looking through this stuff, looking for his son. So Jeffrey sits down and just decides to talk to Phil and Vivian about him not being honest with them. They both agree they want to help him out. So what they do is they hand him this envelope. Inside the envelope, pictures and images of his son, everything that Jeffrey's been missing out on, everything he's always been looking for that he really needs. How do you guys feel about that?
I thought it was kind of interesting because usually it's Jeffrey giving the folder of information to Phil, so it kind of flipped on this one. But they understand the mistakes that happened last season with Will. They're like, all right, we know what happened. Let's not repeat ourselves, which is good because then it gets boring as a TV show to see the same issue just repeated in different forms. So that's good. But then it's also good as like you see them developing as characters. Like, listen, we went through this already. We know you've seen it, so we're gonna fix it. And they're on the same team, which I like again, because I was really afraid Jeffrey was going to cause a rift in the friendship this time around because of the sneaking around. But Phil and Viv were very
open with it and just said,
very open with it.
You know what's going on. We understand because that's your son. We want to help you with this, but you still can't contact them. And even and the rest of the family kind of knows. I mean, because Carlton had kind of hinted at it. He was like, we all know, what's going on, but Phil and Viv, they're very secretive. They don't want to tell everyone else in Jeffrey's business, so they kind of leave it alone. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. So, we are talking about Bel-Air right now. So this is our last topic for the night. The latest episode of Bel-Air that came out today.
Today, yeah, a couple hours ago.
Yeah. So,
the rest of the episode basically is about the fish fry now because that's what the family reunion Viv didn't know what it was to be about. it's a fish fry. So she now has to put together this fish fry on the fly for all of Phil's family. And
huge family
because everybody and their mama they all want to come be there because he's the rich one. So I want to enjoy being around over there.
Yeah. My favorite was when they're all coming off the bus and Jeffrey's like, that's Pookie. He's like, Pookie. It's like,
but Jeffrey was so cool with the way he did it though. He was just like, he knew everyone, he knew what their jobs were, he knew exactly what their characters were, like their characteristics were. He was just naming them off like, this what it is, this what it is, this what it is, and he was just hitting all that stuff up.
Yeah, that was super awesome. So
basically, during the episode, we still hear about Hillary not getting any response from Jazz, which I'm not surprised because if I was Jazz, I'd be like, F you too. And if you don't know why, Hillary basically let her ex-boyfriend, who's a football player, come to the art show, just to get clicks and to bring people in just for his popularity. And now you're basically opening the door for him, and now he's telling everybody else, "I'm trying to win Hillary back." Chaz the one that don't want that smoke. He don't want to deal with that. He's not trying to fight somebody for anyone. He's not. He's leaving, and everyone else is basically telling them, I'm Team Jazz, and then Hillary says I'm Team Jazz too, but it doesn't seem like she really is because she's trying to play in the mid ground, the middle of everything, just like she always does. And that's why she's one of my least favorite characters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think she's I think this season, I don't say ruined, but didn't get her right, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I mean, it's not too late. I think they can still fix it.
They're going to have to do something with her, but this whole LaMarcus thing has to kind of be resolved.
Yeah. I hate love triangles.
Yeah.
I was like,
well, this
fine,
show's full of them.
Yeah.
This show's full of triangles and octagons and anything else, parabolas or anything else you can think of. They have all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the other thing is the family has a huge football game at the end of their whole fish fry, and it's a big thing. Carlton basically tells Will how big of a thing this is. They're all doing those things. They're enjoying it, but that's why Phil invited LaMarcus because LaMarcus was an ex professional football player.
Or is a professional.
He is. He's a current.
Yeah. He got drafted. That's why they broke up.
So, that's why he invited him to the football game, and during the football game, it was kind of interesting because, as I said, LaMarcus tells Will that he plans to win back Hillary. They're in the middle of the football game, and basically at the end, Carlton has a chance to win the game. He have a game-winning touchdown, but he drops it on purpose to save Will again. Once again, Carlton being the mensch, being the guy who always is saving Will. Even though Will's the one who gets all the credit, Carlton's the one always doing all the stuff. Yeah.
So that kind of eventually it's going to come to an end.
Eventually, he's going to stand up for himself, and I think that would be the best thing for Carlton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But this was, would you call it a filler episode? I mean, some things did happen, but.
The main storylines, I think it was a pause because the main storylines, nothing changed in the main storylines. Everything, all the competition is still there. Will is still inside in the Founders Award. He's nothing's changed with Hillary. Nothing's changed with anyone. Phil still hasn't explained himself about Erica. Only thing that happened was Vivian earned Phil's mom's respect. And she basically said that she did a great job putting all this together. She gives all the credit to her for making the reunion happen. And then you see at the end of the episode was Phil reminiscing with his brother about their father.
Yeah.
And then, but that kind of brings back the whole Jeffrey thing again.
Yeah. I thought the relationship with Phil and his brother was kind of cool because they pitted like Carlton and his brother's son.
Carlton, yeah.
Because like he's like, oh, I play lacrosse, and then Will's like, oh, he plays lacrosse too. He's like, yeah, we made the playoffs. He's like, yeah, well, we made it to state, and it was just like, and then they're playing. I think they were playing dominoes, and the cousin, forgot to call it, and Carlton comes in, swoops it, and then makes Phil's brother pissed off. Like that competitive was so crazy, but I know that's a real thing in real life, between like two brothers, and then they got the sons, and they're trying to, show off and who's the better kind of one. So
always, it's very, very real life. I was very happy at the end of the episode that everyone's kind of just coming together, dancing, enjoying each other for a little bit. But as I said, I told you guys, I felt like this was the calm before the storm. So we're gonna get. I mean, this really was filler to get to the next episode. So the next episode is going to be like fireworks and shit again. So
yeah, definitely things got to hit the fan.
Yeah, but I do think Jeffrey being honest and Phil and Viv being honest with him is probably the most satisfying part of the entire episode. Because I was worried that we're going to lose Jeffrey again. They didn't do it this time. They changed the way they did stuff.
Yeah. I always felt like ever since he came back, he's been. I mean, obviously he's been in the house, but it hasn't been the same. Him and Will kind of been the same, but everyone else is just not the same vibe. And I hope after this episode, like they get back to that.
Because Phil's gonna need Jeffrey. Yeah. He's gonna need his counseling. He's gonna let him know that how Erica's not there for you. You cannot work with her. And Jeffrey's gonna have to be honest. You need that person to be there.
Yeah. And kind of slap him like, think straight, bro.
You're working late with her again? No, that's stupid. Stuff like that.
Yeah. So, but it was a funish episode from the stuff I saw. So
I would say like I'll give it 3 stars. Like if I was rating a 3 to 5, it's 3. I mean, from on a 5-point system, it'll be a 3. It's a regular. It's not terrible. It was just okay, and it didn't resolve anything. And there's still so much going on. But it didn't resolve anything. So just kind of, and Ashley was really in the background this entire episode. Like, meant nothing. The entire episode at all. Like,
but they made it set up where like something could have happened because she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna help the old people with their medicine and the diabetes and blood sugars and stuff like that." So I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting," because they're gonna put the youngest person with all the old people. So you always have like that kind of like Gen Z versus Boomer, kind of stuff that is going on in the real world. But it started and then that was it.
That was it.
And then nothing happened.
Never adjusted again.
Yeah. So like, but I'm waiting. I'm ready for next week. Next week's episode.
So I can't wait to see because maybe what it is this flag football game is more of a microcosm of what's going to be going on between Will and Carlton. Like it's going to be fighting, and Carlton's going to have a chance to win, but it's going to be at Will's expense. And Carlton intentionally drops the ball to make sure he saves face for Will. He doesn't try to embarrass him.
It could be the opposite.
Could be like the Will does it for Carlton.
It could be
like Carlton just as him repaying him for what he did here. Because Will really set it up for them to lose. And Carlton repays it, and Will repays it, and all's good in the world. Maybe. I don't know where else this could go, but this is what happened during the episode, and I guess that's it.
Yeah, nothing much. Anything, Brandon?
No, I was. This was I was pretty indifferent to this episode.
Yeah.
It was, like I mentioned, I feel like every season of almost every show kind of hits this point where it did feel like a filler episode to me. Nothing that happened. A lot of the drama was kind of more of the same, like between Hillary and Jazz. Just kind of like Carlton, Will checking up on Carlton. It didn't really. I don't really think it did anything to move the narrative forward.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was like, it was
just
it was
what
all
it
right.
was. It was just it was what it was. It wasn't anything special. It was just another episode to help you get close to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question?
What's that?
Do they need to do a better job for us to get a season 3 right now? From where we are till the end? Do they need to do a better job, or we're going to get a season 3 no matter what?
Good question. Yeah, real good question. I mean, as the things are right now, I don't see a need for season 3. Like, it's just not interesting enough, but also like season 1 had the ending that was like, damn, like was like a great ending. So I mean, there's still episodes left to get to that crazy ending that they could get to, and I think they will. But they gotta stick the landing. They gotta stick the landing where people are watching at the end of the season and are like, holy crap, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that person showed up or they did this. And
yeah, they got to do something big.
I think that's what we're gonna get 9 and 10. I think Hillary's going to do her best to try to work it out with Jazz. Will's going to keep on going with his basketball thing, and episode 9 and 10 is going to be Will figuring out the basketball thing, even giving it up, because he doesn't trust Doc. Does Carlton give up the Founders Award because of principles? Does Viv give up her art thing just because they're not letting her speak her truth? Does Phil fight to keep his partnership together? I mean, I don't know if any of those things will be, but it has to be resolved in 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 episodes. So we got a lot of things, a lot of storylines to wrap up. So I think it needs to be better. I think we need to be really a lot better in order for us to get more a season 3. Because as of right now, I don't see it.
Yeah. When they sign up for a season 2, did they sign up for a season 3, like 2 and 3?
I have not seen it. I have not seen season 3 being put out there.
Yeah. It is, though. March 17th. In short, yes, Peacock has finally renewed Bel-Air for a 3rd season.
Oh, really?
It's from the cosmopolitan.com. Yeah. So they are getting a 3rd season. So, and then, but when you get stuff like that, when you're getting another season, you can stretch out a storyline into 2 seasons. So maybe we get that, which would kind of suck, but I wouldn't be surprised. But
and then outside, we might get something like the end of this episode, end of the season. Then we get everything resolved, and then we find out that Jeffrey left and kidnapped his son and went somewhere.
Geez.
And that's
I hope not, man. That sounds messed up.
He's trying to go out and live somewhere in the island, and and that doesn't go out well.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but what do you guys think? I mean, you watched this episode. Do you agree with our synopsis of it? Do you agree with what we think is going to happen next? You need to comment with us. Let us know where you think where everything's going. Tell me if you like it. If you like this video, if you did like the episode, and if you like our explanation of it. We're looking to get to 1,000 subscribers right now, so please subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends, share our content with it. If you know someone else that likes Bel-Air, let's share this so we can go ahead and talk more. I would like to have more people in the comments when we're doing these things. So also hit the bell notification to know when we go live. So we talk about these shows. We usually talk about TV shows on Thursdays. We talk about movies on Mondays. So please visit with us. Come in. You're part of the show all the time. And this is our show for Bel-Air. And I'm going to say thank you guys for watching it. I really appreciate it. Yep. And we're gonna keep it going with our regular show. So next topic, guys. Cool. Thanks. I ain't got no topic. It's 12 o'clock.
Yeah, no, we're done. We're calling it. My neck is killing me. I'm like sitting here and I can feel it throbbing. I'm like, I'm gonna put some ice on it.
It's not pulsating. I thought it was like.
It is. That's what it feels like. I'm sitting here just like, I was like, oh, I don't know why, man. All right, but yeah, let's get out of here, man. Long episode and a late start, which is probably my fault. But
that's all
real
good.
Quick, thank you everyone in chat. Appreciate it. Brandon Davis, as always, thank you. Derpy, my man, Xavier, hanging out with Star Wars and stuff like that. Baby girl, right? Baby girl Lex came in, so I don't know if she really stayed or not, but appreciate you stopping in. But Derpy, I'm sorry your team lost, man.
Xavier, man, thanks for being such a big part of the stream today too.
Yes,
that was great, man.
Yep. But
we should have an MVP, a show MVP. It'll be you, Xavier, this time. Sometimes it's Brandon, sometimes it's Derpy, but this time it's you.
Yep. Appreciate it. So next week I'm on vacation, but I'm still gonna do the show remotely from my resort in Florida.
From the beach, yes.
I wish. It might be from the pool. Well, I'll try that. But yeah, so Monday we're doing Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know.
So good, guys.
I don't know if we're going to talk about anything else, but
Dungeons and Dragons is amazing.
Yeah.
Go. I can't wait to talk about it on Monday. So go watch it and be part of the show.
So we're gonna do that, and then Thursday is our TV shows, and then the Monday after that, Mario Brothers. So, and I think I might do a panel, kind of like something what Pert Minded did today on his channel. Friend of the show, so make sure you go check out Pert Minded. He had a bunch of other people in there. He had Zach Attacks, which was always on our show. Chillmonger,
Bigger Ford Entertainment.
Yeah, Bigger Ford.
Yeah, he had a lot of people. It was great.
Yeah. So I think it was maxed out like at 12. I think I saw 12 people on there, which was crazy. But we might do. I was thinking a panel. I think Derby might join us. I think Zach Stacks might join us for that Monday, talking about Super Mario Bros. So that should be fun. But anything else, guys? Before we call it?
Nope, we're done.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, make sure anybody watching live hit that subscribe button. These guys are going to be down at C2E2, so Comic-Con. They'll probably do some shorts and stuff like that. I'm going to be in Florida, but Sunday night I'm going to be at Disney, so I'm probably going to record a bunch of Star Wars land stuff, and Toy Story land stuff. So hopefully we get a bunch of shorts and stuff like that from this weekend between myself and these two guys at C2E2. So. And then you guys, man, have fun at C2E2. It is a blast. It is
Saturday
a blast.
Is sold out.
I saw it's sold out. So you guys are going to be in a packed crowd.
That means B, we got to get there at 10 o'clock.
Get there early. Yeah, get there early.
Okay.
I'll come pick you up at 9:30. We'll get there by 10 o'clock and try to get around, because once it gets packed, it's not going to be much movement.
It's not that bad. I mean, you can move around, but
don't worry about me. I'll get around. Trust me.
Debating if I'm going to wear my Spider-Punk costume or just a costume. I haven't decided yet.
I think you should do it.
Yeah. Hopefully, if you guys are up to it, if you can do some interviews, but you don't have to. But definitely get some footage, and we'll try to make a video out of it and stuff like that. But
they're doing it.
Yeah. So, but cool. So so we got a bunch of stuff hopefully coming out this weekend. Some like it's gonna be super random stuff like comic books and Disney and it's gonna be fun. But cool. But yeah, that's it, man. Let's get out of here. Appreciate everyone. Cool. We'll see you guys on Monday. Later.
Thanks, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're out here.